DBSCG things.
What is up, you guys? My name is Tex, and welcome back to Yuhp, DBSCG things. And today we got another very exciting battle for you guys. This is going to be round 2 of our local this week. This is God Trunks versus Trunks-geta. But before we get into it, guys, I do want to say if you want any custom mats and or sleeves, absolutely check out ProMats, guys. Best place to go get your custom card needs. Link will be in the description below for you guys to go check them out. And also on the screen now, you can see that they are holding a monthly tournament via Discord at the second weekend of every single month with some great prizing here. You could come win some ProMat mats, TCG medal leaders, and also some booster boxes. So make sure that if this is something you're interested in, you use the links in the description below to go to this Discord and join it. With that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this action-packed battle or my content in general, make sure you smash all those buttons for me, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload a video. And with that being said, let's spin this around and dive in. Alrighty, you guys, and here we are with the battle. We have Trunks-geta on the right and God Trunks on the left. Starting off first, God Trunks with using his leader effect to pitch a Gohan, draw 2, and then tapping 1 to play that Gohan. That Gohan's auto is to warp the top 3. And as you can see there, he did hit a few Saiyans, so that does help his awakening ability. Going into turn 1 for Trunks, he starts off with the 1 energy investment for the 1-drop Trunks. He goes and searches for the 1-drop Vegeta. So here the Vegeta comes in. He'll probably just get the attack off with his leader. He can draw a card and then pass turn from here. We will see, you see the draw, no combos, Trunks takes it, going into Trunks' turn 2. This will probably be the awakening turn for Trunks. Trunks normally awakens on its turn 2, so he does have some Saiyans boarded up into the drop area, or into the warp area there, so he uses his activate main to warp another Saiyan, paying 2 for his Unison. Checking what's in his warp. Using the plus of his Unison and warping up to 3, and he chose just to do 1. Got him to his awakening ability. Awaken, stand 1 and draw 1. Now he's going to attack with his leader. The backside of this Trunks leader is where things get really spicy. He attacks and draws 2 and then warps 1, which is really spicy. Also, he has an auto that whenever you attack a Unison, he can just untap, stand back up. So as you can see here, using the Gohan effect to pay 1, play from the warp, and then the Unison effect, pretty clutch. The Unison does get to an auto to proc. It goes up a marker and then lets you draw a card. So pretty effective when you play cards from the warp. That Unison gains about 2 markers a turn. Pretty good for this deck. And then also with the leader having that auto, as I was explaining a second ago, just being able to defend that Unison pretty well is very strong. As you can see, he has 2 blockers on field, and his leader itself is technically a blocker for its Unison. So very strong. So this is Trunks' turn 2. Pretty generic start here. Charged energy, absorbed his Vegeta to awaken. He's going to pay 1 to get the auto on his leader and the evolve to draw 2 there. Now he's got Trunks in field, which is kind of like a poutine, except for it triggers on the very first battle card and or Unison that's played. So see there, Trunks swing at the Unison. Trunks' auto, or God Trunks' auto, will stand up and block immediately because they're both in the auto phase. So we're getting, it looks like that was a little fast because technically his auto would have happened after the auto from Trunks and Vegeta. So there we see the play of a 1-drop. We go ahead and get another 1-drop from the deck. Very powerful. Setting up our board for multiple evolves. Going into turn 3 for Trunks, we get the 3rd energy. We got a bunch of cool stuff in the warp. Definitely got fusion targets there. So we will start off by swinging with the leader. The leader still gets, he does pay for the forbidden power, but you'll see that he still gets the effect to draw 2. He still has energy up to play things from the warp in order to uptick his Unison and draw more cards. So pretty powerful. So here he's just going to pay 1, Spirit Boost 1. Looks like honestly, I have no idea what they're doing now. Okay, so we're paying 1 for a Searcher, top 5. It gets rested because it's the first card he played. Since he rests something with his skill, Poutine comes out. Alrighty, so here we go with the Unison swing, 15k to leader. he will take that, going down to 4 lives. And then we're going to go back into Trunks-geta's turn here. Can I also say the swag on that mat is absolutely beautiful. The Fresh Prince swagged up with the glasses. I like that mat a lot. Anyways, turn 3, we're tapping 1 to go into the Trunks evolution. We get the leader effect and the evolve effect to draw 2. Very powerful. Unfortunately, both of those autos trigger at the same time, so having 2 boarded doesn't do you anything extra except for having you do another 19k barrier blocker, which is still a very strong effect. So we get the swing into the unison with the leader. His not going to negate or anything, so he just takes the damage. Leader effect here is going to play the 1-drop. He's going to draw a card off that, and then here he's going to swing at the leader. He's going to take a damage there. I believe he's swinging at the unison, and then the leader effect happened, stood up, blocked it. So we have quite the board state happening for both of these decks now. We have 2 Vegeta 1-drops on field for Vegeta, or Trunks-geta, and then we have 2 of the 3-drop evolution. Trunks is on field. Going into God Trunks' turn 4, that he has 2 blockers on field, a Searcher, and then his Unison. So both these decks looking like they're having a good start to their game. We get the leader swing there, we get the draw 2 Warp 1. He's going to combo off the 1-drop there just to try to force a little extra pressure. So we're going to pay 1 for Vegeta's final flash, just to combo out. He's going to skill negate the blocker, just to use the effect. We're going to see the pay 1 for the blocker off of, out of the Warp, the Gohan. This Gohan is played off an effect and also the first card being played, so that would trigger Trunks and Poutine. Technically, Poutine gets the option to choose what card, so Trunks would have tapped that one and then Poutine could have tapped another one, but it looks like the Trunks player just didn't catch that. So here, both the effects of Trunks and Poutine are off, so he was free to play the dual attacker here. We're going to see the 1 energy pay for the Mecha Frieza negate to go ahead and slow down this Trunks deck, because he is starting to go ahead and put a lot of pressure into play. He does have a 20k dual attack in field now, which is very strong. So here he's going to go ahead and rest the blocker to swing once again with the 20k. Warping just a few, moving a few more cards from his warp to his drop area. Here we're going to see a super combo use from the Trunks-geta player to end up surviving this attack. He's at 4 or less, so he gets to bottom deck 1 and draw 2 off that effect. Surviving the attack. Now we're going to see 15k toward the leader. Doesn't have to rest nothing because it is a unison attack here. Here we see the Vegeta combo out. Pretty smart. You survive an attack there, and then also your leader can just replay that from the drop area and draw you another card. So pretty effective play there from Trunks. I feel like it's highly hard to commentate this battle because it's Trunks versus Trunks, so I have to like squeeze God Trunks in the terminology or Trunks-geta so you guys know which decks I'm talking about. But anyways, we are moving. It looks like God Trunks is passing back to go into Trunks-geta's 4th turn. Let's see what we do here. We do have quite the field building up here. We got a Poutine, a Mecha Frieza, a 1-drop Vegeta, and 2 evolve Trunks is on field. So here we see the charge of a Bergamo. Look like we don't need this need that for this matchup. We're gonna go ahead and go into some bigger plays than 2 energy to tap 2 things. We do have things like that new God Kamehameha, which ends up inevitably tapping 2 things, so maybe he's not too worried about energy and just wants to tap battle cards. Here we're going to see the attack of a Mecha Frieza into his blocker. Try to kill that. Mecha Frieza gets it. We're going to see the swing of the leader into the unison here. I believe we do get the block from Gohan. We are going to see the auto playing a 1-drop from the drop area, like I just said, netting him so much more value because it was combo power. He draws him a card. It's an evolve target. All types of spice. So here we're getting the pay 2 for Turles, all too easy. This card will KO 2 things in rest mode, which is pretty powerful. So Trunks there effectively cleared God Trunks' entire field. Very powerful. So we're going to see the 20k double swing. This will probably be directed at the leader. Or this might be directed at the unison. I honestly have no clue. But if it was at the unison, I would imagine we'd see the auto from Trunks to stand up. So here we're going to see the play of the new token negate that Black finally got. Clutch Bandai hooking it up. So we do see that counter there, but that unfortunately is the first battle card he played this turn, and also he does counter, so it does trigger Poutine. So that card just is inevitably rested. We get to see turn 5 for Trunks here. We're going to see late game for these guys. They're absolutely going ham. So Trunks is at 4 life, so he does have super combos live. He is at 5 energy, so he has a lot of cards that he can play. He plays 1 for the True Fighting Goku to trigger Trunks' effects. It'll rest him. That wasn't played off a skill, so it does not trigger Poutine. Here we're going to see the swing from the leader. Draw 2, warp 1. He decides to warp a Unison here. Not too bad of an idea. His Unison's on field and has obviously been surviving pretty well, so card is inevitably just a clunk at this point. So here we see the swing of the leader. We see Crack in Space Time coming out. So this is going to be a big number. That is a plus 15 double strike to the 15k leader. That's 30k with a super combo on top of that. That is 40k double strike. Very powerful here, just to add a little pressure, trying to really knock Trunks-geta for not using his blockers here. So we will see. We will see how he decides to take this. He very well may take these 2 damage. And it's on a leader, so Final Flash does not interact with this situation. Pretty clutch tech to the God Trunks deck. I do like that. So here we get to see 2 super combos getting used out of his hand. We already seen one, and there goes the last one. So just this one instance forced his opponent to use all of his super combo in one battle step, and he still has 3 energy to continue pushing pressure. So here he's going to overwhelm 6 and try to get the auto for this Goku. He's going to grab himself a 6-drop thwarting from the warp. Very powerful. Let's see how he decides to go into this. So he did trigger both Poutine and Trunks this turn, so now he can play his thwarting effectively. This card will come in active. It was 1 energy. We get to 20k, 25k. We're seeing Time Magic negate, so it does stop the attack, but we will see the auto. We will see the auto from the Goku in field and the auto from the thwarting Gogeta. So we get rid of the Turles. All too easy double striker. Yes, absolutely, very smart idea. Don't want that in field, obviously, and plus most of the cards on Trunks' field right now is barrier. We got 2 barrier blockers, 1 barrier Poutine, and 2 barrier 1-drops. The only other card other than Turles that he had an option for was Mecha Frieza, so just not too much worth getting rid of Mecha Frieza over Turles. Here we see the swing from the Unison. We're going to see the block from Trunks. We see the combo to try to kill Trunks, and then Trunks just combos out of it to try to stay alive. He uses a 1-drop from hand. Me personally, I probably would have used the 1-drop Vegeta from field just to keep that hand size, but that's alright. We'll see 1 energy investment for the double striking Trunks. Is a Spirit Boost effect, and it's a card played from his warp, so technically it just down ticks the Unison, and then it up ticks it right back off the Unison's auto, and then draws the card. Card is very strong for applying pressure for 1 energy. I think that is a nice card. We will see what else turn 5 has to show for this Trunks-geta deck. So we see the charge of a Mecha Frieza. We will see. He does have quite the defensive wall already established. He does not have extra cards in his drop area. He must, or in his energy, so he must have them all types of in his drop area. But nope, there you go. You see the charge of a Goku Black Kamehameha here. And the auto off the Trunks Vegeta. He plays the 1-drop. See, here he looks like Trunks is trying to get rid of the board. Here he's going to use Kai, activate battle, and then obviously activate main right after the battle. Let's get rid of the Unison and the field. Secret Rare doing so much work. Swinging 15k at the leader. Let me see the combo out. And the pass turn, it looks like he's not going to swing with any of those blockers. Wants to save him in active mode for some defense here. Alrighty, so we got turn 6 for God Trunks. What a game these boys are presenting for us. Absolutely, we got Trunks versus Trunks, both from the same set, putting out the work against each other. We'll see who comes out on top here. We're going to see a 1 energy investment for Gohan. Gohan triggers Poutine and Trunks, so a very powerful effect here. Right there, sorry for the skip, guys. There was kind of a little situation where someone accidentally hit the tripod and I just had to reset it up. But all we really missed was the 1 energy investment for True Fighting Spirit Goku after the play of a Gohan from the Warp to trigger the Trunks and Poutine. Now, as you can see, we are obviously going into thwarting, moving your fusion targets. We're going to be swinging in. His only target for Warp here will be Mecha Frieza. It looks like he tries to Mecha Frieza here. But it looks like we're going to Super Kamehameha, stop that card from coming into play. This card will be sent to the Warp instead of being played. It will still negate the attack. He did activate a counter, so his opponent does have to warp a card from hand. And then also Gogeta will get his effect to be able to warp a card as well. So his only target on field right now that's not barrier is the 3-drop Mecha Frieza, so it definitely will get rid of that. It looks like we forgot to do the auto for Gogeta, but that is fine. It's just accept the game state at this point. We're going to the swing for Trunks getting the draw 2, warp 1, warping another Unison. Looks like we don't want to replay a Unison this game. So here we're going to super combo. We're going to 25 on the leader. We're going to bottom deck and then draw 2. Probably right here, we're probably not all too much worried about doing the damage as it is probably searching for stuff. I almost guarantee God Trunks there was using that super combo just to dig a little deeper into his deck and see what he could pull out and try to add into this turn. So we do have 3 energies left. Looks like we're paying 2 for a Trunks from the Warp is what I would imagine. This card is very powerful. This will allow him to fuel his drop area for Overwhelm, and also obviously it is a 20k dual attack, so this card is absolutely amazing. Also has deflect, so yellow doesn't have much of a way to stop it besides obviously like Poutine and Trunks here, but obviously the God Trunks player very well at working around those effects, but obviously things like Steadfast Goku could not rest this card either, so very, very powerful. I do like this God Trunks card, very strong. Also the way that card just effectively adds to the ease of Overwhelm in this deck, because just putting 6 in the drop area for free really helps with getting those big 6-drop Overwhelms out. And as you can see, this player does play the 6-drop Vegeta and the 6-drop Goku. So both of those cards are very effective in this deck list, especially if Trunks is setting them up for that free Overwhelm. So we get in the attacks in, we're swinging with True Fighting here. Looks like we're either baiting here or we're actually going to go for a little something. So here we're taking the life. We're going down to 2 lives here to swing for the 15k. It looks like we're really, really pushing to put that life down to 1. We're going to force Trunks into using cards from hand in order to survive this. So so right here, obviously Goku's auto would come first, so he has to take the life before his opponent declares the block. So in his opponent's auto phase, he just decides to block the attack. So it's 15 to 19. Trunks decides not to combo, but the blocker is rested, so now he doesn't have to worry about that. He doesn't have a Unison to Spirit Boost and play the Trunks that he thought he was going to play here. So now he is in a little bit more of a sticky situation. We will see how he decides to come out of this. Honestly, I thought he was going to play that and get it. I thought that was going to be about it. So he's leaving 1 energy up and passing back to Trunks-geta. We will see what Trunks-geta does for this. What is this? His 6th turn here. So this is a 6 energy game from a black and yellow deck interaction. I really like this match. This is a good game. Shout out to both players piloting both of these decks very well. So we will see the charge of a Mecha Frieza. It looks like he does not want to get Super Kamehameha again. Does not need that card. So we will see how he decides to start this off. He's going with his leader here, and his opponent is at 2 life, so he can shotgun a bit with that leader effect if he doesn't negate and put some damage down. So the leader doesn't look like he didn't negate. His auto's gonna go off. He plays that 1 drop from the drop area. He draws a card off that. We will see, we will see. It looks like Trunks' hand is getting relatively small. It looks around like 5 to 6 cards there. Alright, we'll see, we'll see. This is a very well played game from both guys. So we got 2 19k attackers on field. We have 1 15k attacker on field. We do have the opportunity for our leader in this interaction right now to dump for game. It looks like we're doing that. We're popping the Vegeta out from underneath the leader to push for this double strike damage. This will give us 10k and double strike. So now we are sitting at a fat 25k double strike leader attack, which is very impressive. I really like that skill from this leader. Very nice just to have a generically inherent Champa double in the deck, so I like that a lot. So he does have a lot of energy up, so he can like dump just about anything and everything in his hand right now to go for game here. Looks like we're gonna pay 1 for the 10k boost and the KO of a card greater than its energy cost. I would have to double check real quick because I do believe that card specifically targets cards that are greater than energy cost. Nope, I lied. That I forgot. Yellow is the only one that doesn't have an energy requirement. It just says if it's in rest mode, get rid of it. So, yep, he decided to get rid of Trunks there actually, which was a smart idea because if you remove Trunks from the battle area, this card is removed from the game completely. So, getting rid of that very powerful. So we continue to push, add 10k more power here. So that's 25, 35, 45 from Trunks-geta, double strike, going for game. We're leaving a few cards in hand. It looks like we're going to stay a little safe because it is black, and obviously black does have the option to be running things like Brainwash No More, and Brainwash No More obviously would be the great way to really clap back on Trunks-geta if God Trunks had that card in his deck. So not dumping hand right here is honestly the smart way to play this. And it looks like we are getting the super combo use, two 5Ks. Let's see what else we get. It looks like we are going to combo out of this. 2 more 5Ks. So we got 15, 25, 35, 45, and there's 50. So we are officially over and out of that double strike attack. We are not worried about that interaction no more. So we are surviving that. Let's see. If Trunks-geta can close out this game this turn, I will be super excited because I really like this deck. It's probably one of my favorite decks out of the set. So we will see what happens here. We're going the Overwhelm 6 for fighting against Fate's Bardock. So now we do have a massive double or dual attack coming in. It looks like we are swinging. We're swinging the 25 and we're getting negated with Kai. This card does come in rest mode. Obviously it triggers Poutine, and also it gets rid of Fighting Faith, so that card is not going to be able to get neither of those attacks in. We are still sitting at a chill 2 life. We'll see if God Trunks can get out of this. We'll see if he lives to see another turn. Trunks-geta obviously still has plenty of energy to make very massive plays here. So here we're starting off with the 19k blocker swing. We are barrier, so we don't have to worry about things that will interact with us in a battle step. Looks like we are going for the Champa double. So we're at 29 here. We're gonna use the free effect for Power of the Super Saiyan to draw a card, just to cycle out and try to see some new stuff for combo power. And here we are dumping in. And Trunks looks at his hand and realizes that he has just not enough combo power. So here he drops it down. He did have 2 negates. He really probably should have used them, but that is the game, guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you guys enjoy this battle or my content. And with that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a good day. We'll see you guys next week.